have them in my hand, but you're going to see them on screen. This blue one came with my 3D printer. This right here is called USB. Okay, this is the USB that plugs into all of your devices. This type of connector I have on the back of my Snowball, my DJ controller, and obviously the printer. It came with the printer. This connector is your USB-A, which most people commonly refer to this as USB. Not incorrect. It made everything about USB much simpler because if I tell you, hey, can you pass me that USB cord, you know instantly what to look for. So USB type A, most commonly referred to USB. Regular USB for plugging in your devices, it's not too known because it goes into your devices. Once you unplug it, you probably don't even know what it is. Now this right here is a Type-C phone charger. Here are the two ports on it. USB Type A, this one's a 3.0, you can tell because of the blue. And this is USB Type C, you can tell because it's ovular. And that is not to be confused with the old school micro USB, which is more of a trapezoidal shape. Very easy to confuse, but another way to confuse them that is such a pet peeve to me is a lot of people refer to them both as Android chargers. Now, if someone says an Android charger, I think of this trapezoid one. I mean, come on, look at it. That looks like it came from fucking 2008. Alright, you plug it into a BlackBerry, alright? That's a phone charger. Type-C, I don't think of this as Android. I think of this as Type-C. Alright, I don't see this as the Android cable. This is the Android cable. This I see as Android moving to something better. And even Apple is switching to it. Are you still going to refer to this as an Android cable? Come on, make up your mind. Now, yeah, Android does use it, but again, one's referred to as Android cable. Now, that's me. Most people still refer to this as Android. So whatever you call it, it's whatever you call it at this point, but just know that there is a difference between the two. Now, moving on to storage formats, this right here is just an average USB stick. Everyone knows what a USB stick looks like. It's either a slider or it's a black or whatever colored stick with a USB port sticking out of it, alright? Yeah, we know what they look like, and we know that they're for transferring files. Some people have actually never heard of these, and it's quite sad. These are SD cards. Now, what an SD card is, it's essentially it is the same thing as a USB stick. It's just that they're not USB. Right? These have a specific slot because they are used for other things than just your desktop computer. I mean, yeah, you go ahead and you plug them into your slot for them that's on your computer, which nowadays most computers don't even have the slots, and it's quite sad. Little story before I continue. I go to a tech school. I'm in an audio-visual class, and we used iMacs for video editing, hence why I got a MacBook. And they had SD card readers, but the problem is, they were the older iMacs. Every 3 years they upgrade the computers, and we just got the 2021 iMacs last year. And it is sad because they don't have the SD card slot. And it pisses me off because we had to buy specific adapters, which is the next thing we're going to get into. This here is an SD card adapter. So if you want to plug an SD card into USB, you go ahead, find whichever way has all the prongs, and then you jam it in that way. And then you can use it as a USB stick. And then you can go ahead and pull it out, and then if this has your STL files, or my bad, STL you have to slice. If this holds your G-code files for 3D printing, throw that in your 3D printer. If this holds game files for either a retro game player console or a fucking, what else do you call it? Whatever the case may be, SD cards are for more than just computers, so adapters are definitely necessary, and it's nice to know your SD cards too. I mean, come on. They look like they're for the DS. These things are flipping cool. to everybody, if you're new or if you've been subscribed, whatever the cases may be, there's a whole bunch of stuff to go over, and it's a whole bunch of stuff that I feel is going to help you either in your production career or helping you with technology in general.